corner.
So this is Brooks Berna representing those damn Coyotes. Sitting here with the Sit Down Marks boys, DB, Primo, and AJ.
And Michael.
Hey, yo.
If I can be serious for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Acknowledge me.
What is up, everybody? Come on, sit down. Lots of wrestling to talk about. It's episode number 115 of the Sit Down Marks podcast. Welcome, everybody. What's going on, boys? We got the whole crew in today. Everybody is present, full squad. Let's go. Wow. What's going on, boys?
I know. I haven't seen AJ in a long time.
I know. It's been
he hasn't seen him in a long time.
I haven't seen him ever.
Hey, DB, I got a joke for you.
Fire away.
How do you keep a mark in suspense?
Ooh. Tell him that you have a joke for him. Well done.
Michael,
I admit it.
Michael, why do you look like Thomas Ciampa right now?
Because I'm trying to look like Tommaso Ciampa right now. Because he's got a great look.
You really do.
If I could get the abs without drawing them on, that'd be great.
He draws them on.
I have so many Sharpies I've gone through. It's just sad.
No one has those abs.
Tommaso dad bod Ciampa.
You see Ciampa wrestle in the Indies, and I feel like that was 20 years ago now.
It kind of was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. Not that long.
He's not a young man.
I just like when Ciampa grows his hair out. He looks like an old man.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got to stay bald.
Which normally I would never say that about anyone, but yeah.
Some of us don't have a choice, DB.
Yeah, I mean, 3 out of the 4 of us.
Yeah,
we
don't.
And the fourth one's coming along nicely.
Yeah.
I'll say this, though. We'll start kind of off the wall. You guys know I'm not a Gargano fan, but my favorite version of Johnny Gargano was with Tommaso Ciampa.
DIY?
Yeah.
Mine too, actually.
You know, I feel like that's coming.
Whatever, a reunion?
They got to at some point, right?
Well, yeah, and Gargano's been kind of out, right? So, like, I feel like he's gonna pop back up.
Sure.
He did go down NXT, right? But then bring him back to the main roster. Ciampa's back now. They could have another tag team that's formidable.
Gargano was in the hospital.
Right now he is?
Yeah, he's got a crippling case of blanditis.
That's information of the blandness.
Just broke the poor man.
All right, man. So since we've all seen and talked to each other, we've seen a lot of wrestling. There's been a shit ton on TV, which we're going to get to first, man. But let's get to few things first, man. Let's pay some respects, man. We've 2 big hits to the wrestling world here in the last few weeks. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about first, obviously, the big one. The Iron Sheik passed away. Mike, what comes to mind right off the bat when you hear Iron Sheik?
Feuding with Bob Backlund and Hulk Hogan, clubs, fucking bullshit. I love Sheik, man. Sheiky baby, he was great.
AJ, what you got?
Now he's fucking on the angels in heaven. I fuck on you. That's my favorite. I quote that way more than I absolutely should.
I will humble you.
I fuck on you.
He might quite possibly have been the best Twitter account ever.
I was going to say, his Twitter was amazing.
It was, dude. It was.
It's like Iron Sheik and The Last Blockbuster are like the 2 funniest Twitter accounts.
All right, we got the bullshit out of the way. Let's talk wrestling, Iron Sheik. For real, what do you think? What do you? Obviously, Iron Sheik to me, this guy, there had to be a heel, for Hulk Hogan to help, make Hulkamania. There's no Hulkamania without Iron Sheik, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Sergeant Slaughter turn.
Sure.
Yeah.
This guy literally made Hulk himself. That's when he really kind of took off. Everybody always looks looks at that. To me, as Michael aforementioned, he tapped out Bob Backlund for the title in 1983 and fucking shocked the world, dude.
Yeah.
My dad was talking about how, there was, obviously foreign tensions going on during the time and, all that kind of stuff. But to put an American heavyweight title on a foreigner that was that far against America was, like unheard of, right? But if they hadn't have done that, they'd have never made Hulk, which probably would have, because if there's no Hulk, there's probably no WWF, you know what I mean? Because he kind of took it, obviously to new levels. But the thing about Shiki too is, he was like the first heel I remember seeing on a cartoon, like the Rock and Wrestling,
The Rock and Wrestling?
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, the two things about Iron Sheik that stood out was the mustache and the boots, right?
Boots.
Like those
the curly toed.
Yeah, like what Xavier Woods wears now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
would stick his boot up on the turnbuckle and smash their head in it.
Yeah, I mean, huge part of wrestling. Lots of great stories.
He's the best Mean Gene interviews too ever.
Gene Mean.
Yes.
I mean, also without him, you don't have. He's the fucking Camel Clutch, right? You don't have the Steiner recliner,
right?
You don't have the accolade, like
he's our boy Rusev, yeah.
Oh, sweet Miro.
The Redeemer.
I love it when you say sweet Miro. It just fits.
Sweet Miro.
Sweet baby Miro.
Right.
But yeah, also, dude lived to be 80 some years old. That's a hell of a good run.
Right.
Good on you, Shiki baby.
Right.
When did he win was it the gimmick battle royale? Was that X7?
Ooh.
When
I'd forgotten all about that. I think you're right.
Yeah. It was one of the teens.
And it's like he won it because they're like, who can't take a bump over the top rope right now? Shiki baby, all right, he's winning it.
He also got he destroyed kayfabe by getting caught in the car with Duggan.
Yes.
Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
That's considered the moment that kayfabe died, right?
Yep. Right there.
That very moment.
Yep. Lots of great Iron Sheik stories, but the one story that sticks out to me the most, I've heard a couple different wrestlers tell this story too. Okay. So Kevin Nash was actually talking about it not long ago. It just cracks me up, man. It's just dying laughing, because you got to think of this story in Shiki's voice, right? All right. So
I fuck on you.
So he had the biggest crush on Wendy Richter. He wanted to bang her so bad, right? And so he would say, I don't know. He go, the Wendy, she hang out with Shiki all the time, She snort all of Shiki's coke. She smoked all of Shiki's marijuana. But she just won't do the job for the Shiki baby. I don't know. She just won't do the job. I don't know. Everybody tells that story in Shiki's voice, man. It's so awesome. It's so funny. It just cracks me up, dude. It just so funny.
That's fantastic.
She won't do the job for Shiki baby. Oh, it was good stuff, man. Yeah, but big loss in the wrestling community. These days and times, big loss on the Twitter world, because that was always fun to see what he had to say about, whoever was the pop star of the moment. He'd say, fuck, whoever the jabroni, So, all right. And then the most recent one, guys, I would say mid 2000s, wrestler. I think he was on SmackDown a lot. Droz passed away. Obviously, everybody remembers him for the accident with D'Lo Brown that he had, and took him out of wrestling forever. Lived for quite a long time. He was very fortunate. Watched a couple stories on him. He got to kind of, he had some state of the art equipment for. I think he crushed his spine or something like that. There's no video of the accident with D'Lo, is there?
No, there is. It's just you can't get it.
You
Like
just can't
there's
get it,
people
yeah.
have seen it. Like
Sure. It
a
was
couple
in a
of
dark match, right?
Yeah, like a couple of wrestling commentators have spoken about how they've seen the playback of it, and like, it's just one of those. It was D'Lo was a little off balance, and that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm. D'Lo said tons of times that they did that move 1,000 times, and it just
yeah. He never like blamed him or anything, right?
No, buddies until the end.
I have a bit of a confession. I thought that Draws, I don't know why. I thought he died. For some reason, I mixed him up with like the Pit Bulls from ECW. So I thought that he was dead already. So when you texted that, I was like, oh, wait a minute. He was alive? Like, then I felt bad.
So he was also briefly a Road Warrior with Animal. And then also
that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. And then also he was Puke at one point where he could puke on command.
He's gonna puke.
He's gonna puke.
Well, the worst part about those two things is he's the one who tried to kill Hawk, which is like, stop, don't do that, maybe.
Right.
And then the second one, the poor guy, he really could puke on command, but like his first time he was supposed to do it on TV, he got too nervous and couldn't do it.
That's so weird. You get so nervous that you can't puke. Like most people, like when they get that nervous, they puke. That's
right. I know.
Right? They do.
Yeah.
Not old Draws.
Yeah. It's I don't know, man. I guess because I'm such a big fan, man. Like I don't know. It just always hits me differently for when wrestlers die because, I don't know. I mean, not they're more important than anything else, and it could be a wrestler that I not even like that much, but it's always kind of like whoa. So let's move on from that, guys. So a lot of AEW's been happening lately. Before we get to Forbidden Door, man, let's talk a couple things I want to throw at you guys. Obviously, since we've talked, CM Punk's back. He's been back now for a few weeks. He's basically got his own show, Collision, on Saturday, but he's been showing up on, I think he did show up on Dynamite like once when they were still in Chicago maybe or something. But, just quick hits, man. Primo, what do you think about his return so far?
So, I mean, I was skeptical, but of course I am happy to see him back. Cool. Moving on.
Riveting stuff.
All right.
So it awaits to be seen with me. Same thing with like I'm the same way with my favorite wrestler Jeff Hardy. Like I'm just like, I can only have my heart ripped out so many times, guys. So
it's funny that you bring up Jeff Hardy because like I'm also thrilled to see CM Punk back, but he looks old and he looks slow.
Well, like Jeff Hardy's music makes your dick harder than CM Punk's. That's why you want to talk about it.
That's a fact.
I don't know.
That's a fact.
I'm going to go ahead and contend.
I'd have seen in living color in like a small little pub in Europe. That was fun. But no, on a serious note, I am happy he's back. I just, is he only going to wrestle on Collision?
I think that's kind of the plan going forward.
And pay-per-views and Collision, I believe. I think anything else.
Like how he came out on Dynamite. He's like, I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be on Collision.
Like, what am I doing here? This isn't the show they invented specifically for me.
He's going to do whatever he wants to. If he wants to wrestle on all the shows, he will. That's the way I feel right now with him.
CM Punk is their biggest draw. Like he can do whatever the hell he wants. Like,
sure.
So how long before he actually goes into a program with the Elite? Do you think they're actually going to be able to? Because that would do gangbusters in business.
That's the biggest money in wrestling right now.
Yes.
But the longer we go, unless they sort of kind of do things to keep the beef going, it's going to fade out a little bit.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome right now. I just don't see it for now. But it would be hella money. It would be hella money.
They draw massive ratings for that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the gate for like an all-out, like headlined by like Punk and FTR versus the Elite?
Yeah. Here's a microphone.
Fucking awesome.
On each other. Imagine.
Oh my god.
It'd be fantastic.
So
I don't know why they're not doing it.
I'm like excited. I'm kind of waiting to see. I want to talk a little bit more about the Owen Hart tournament with him because there's certain things I want to happen that'll make me happy. with his return, but we'll talk about that after Forbidden Door. But Forbidden Door, though, man, I'll start off by saying, obviously, my favorite pay-per-view of the year so far. It's one of the best ones I've seen in a while. I love this card. It was awesome. How about former guest of the pod, Billy Starks, leading off the pre-show? How about that, huh?
Pretty cool.
I fucking went nuts for Billy
That
Starks,
was cool, man.
Yeah.
That was, we've interviewed somebody on. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was telling my wife, I was like, she was on our show.
She's basically our best friend.
I was sitting down marking out, though. You know.
Yeah. Lots of good stuff on this pay-per-view.
I liked that.
I'm gonna throw out some quick highlights, and then we'll talk about the card. But obviously, MJF won by cheating. Punk beat Kojima, which I think was that was the first round of the tournament. Orange retained his title. Sonata took Jungle Boy to school, and Michael's prediction. We're gonna talk about that here too. So I talked about that. I love seeing Sonata on there. I thought that was awesome. Omega Ospreay was the match of the night to me. It's the match of the year so far for me.
That match was
match of the year.
It was match of the year so far for me. It was fucking amazing. We'll talk about that too. Ospreay went over there and won the U.S. New Japan title. And then Brian made Okada tap out, which was I don't know. I think I would have been shocked by any ending of that. I don't know which way that to go.
Does that cement Brian as the best wrestler in the world?
Yeah, I mean,
even though the match was disappointing,
he finished the last for that match without an arm.
Well, he was in an argument before this, before Okada.
The problem with that match is he broke his arm. It doesn't make him look strong that he finished the match and beat Okada with a broken arm. It makes Okada look like an idiot because you can't beat Daniel Bryan minus one arm. Like, no, I'm sorry. That doesn't elevate Daniel Bryan. That is an unfortunate thing that happened in that match. But now that everyone knows what's happened, all it does is expose just how, no, we're going to do this no matter what. So it doesn't make him look like the best wrestler in the world. It makes him look like a tough son of a bitch. I'll give you that.
Sure.
In terms of kayfabe, no, it makes Okada look like you can't beat a one-armed wrestler. I'm sorry.
I don't think that at all. If you watch New Japan at all, like all the stuff that he's been through with there, like I haven't. That didn't come to me at all. Like, I was just kind of like, oh, Brian beat him with a broken arm, like. So they're going to play, that story and kind of keep it going. So maybe Okada will come back again and be like, maybe they can do that one again on down the line. But I don't know at this point. Okada's one of those guys to me that I don't think he'd look bad, really
Michael, do you think
scenarios? But
Michael, do you think they should have called an audible like mid-match after it happened to have Okada go over?
Probably,
Absolutely.
yeah. I'll agree with that.
Okay.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, once that happened, armbar tap immediately. Like, they had an option. They had an option to call an audible, but the fact that they kept moving forward with that plan was like, come on.
I'll be honest. I thought Okada was going over anyway.
Yeah,
I absolutely did too. I think he still should have actually.
Honestly, they should have had that as a kicking off from a program point. Like, that should have been the start of, like, a 3-match series, 5-match series. Like, those two are amazing. And I'm not disputing how good their match was up to that point.
Sure.
But when he comes off that rope and lands on O'Brien, he fucks his arm up.
Yeah.
Like, it is obvious. I think you're absolutely right, AJ. They should have called the audible.
Okay, interesting.
At that point, yeah, slap an armbar, Kimura lock, wrist lock, something. Like, get him out of this match. It's understandable at that point. Bryan doesn't lose any face. Okada looks strong. They can have the rematch at that point. Bryan has a legitimate beef. My arm broke. What are you going to do? So now you have the rematch.
Now to have the rematch, Bryan comes back and says, I beat you with a broken arm. Okada's, going to probably beat him the second time. Then they have a good, trilogy match on the third. But
well, let me ask you this, though. Like, say that's the case. What reason does Bryan have to give him a rematch? He's already beaten him with a broken arm. What more does he have to prove at that point?
I don't know. He probably talk shit about his mama or his kids or something.
Okay, all right. So we're not having a real conversation anymore.
I mean, I mean, it's wrestling. I think they kind of go whichever way they want to go with it. Really, you know what I mean?
Man,
they're not done with this. Just this one match, but
I agree with
one
that.
loss to one person
with a broken arm.
Right, with a broken arm.
If you lost a wrestling match to someone with a broken arm, Dirty, I would never stop ripping on you. Ever. ever. Even though you could beat the piss out of me, I would never let you forget it.
Honestly, it shows over the last, 3 or 4 years that AEW's been existed.
Since 2019.
4 years? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Once they make a booking decision, they pretty much stick to their guns.
So, they don't.
And
they don't.
Even if it's gonna end up shitty, I mean, they write it out to the end.
Well,
and that just seems to be how it's been.
Yeah, it also highlights the fact that AEW, since its inception, has been so injury prone for everything, and they can't call audibles. If you saw that landing in real time, like say you're the me in that match, because apparently I reffed the fucking thing. So,
yes, you did.
You did.
If you're the ref, how do you not get to the gorilla position? But like, dude broke his fucking arm. Call an audible right now. Like, what's the call? Are we moving forward? Are we calling it? What's going on? So, like, to me, it's just like, because
Yes, you asked Brian if he can go.
It doesn't matter. His arm's fucking broken. Like, that's the problem, is that, again, it cuts off the excuse to have the rematch. Legitimate, like, kayfabe rematch. It cuts off Okada having any kind of beef at that point. It's just straight up, no, why would I want to fight you again? I already proved my point. I'm way better than you are. I don't even need one arm to do it. We're done here. Especially heel Brian, part of BB, or no. That means something else. BCC. Big black cock. Was what BBC stands for, Dirty.
Yeah, I've watched movies. I know.
Movies. I've watched some movies.
Right. All right, let's move on from that, man. All right, let's go to Omega Ospreay. Now,
oh boy.
Okay. I don't see how you're going to shit on this match at all.
Easy.
Michael.
I will show you how, and I'll do it objectively. We're moving
completely. Let's start with the bad and end with the good.
Yeah.
Okay. So before I say any of this stuff, let me just explain that I thought this match was very good in terms of moves, except for that driver, which I thought Kenny Omega died. I thought he died.
Yeah, I thought he had actually broke it that time.
I seriously thought he was fucked up, but good on you for having a rubber neck, apparently. It was a good match. Told a good story. I was with it the whole time until two things happened. And we're just going to remove Omega and Ospreay from the situation. We're just going to say Wrestler 1 and Wrestler 2. And I'm going to ask you some very simple questions. If you have been using a certain foreign object as an angle leading up to matches with your previous manager, and you just get smashed in the head with that thing, and you kick out at 1, it doesn't even affect you. What was the point of the angle moving forward? You've shown it's no threat to you. You're immune to screwdrivers.
Right.
This is bad storytelling. That's all it is. You took away...
Manager's a bitch.
Yeah, you took away one of your options to tell long-term story planning. And this is not any of the wrestlers' fault, because obviously this was a spot that was called by someone, probably Tony. So I think that was a bad decision. You've removed it. It's gone. You can't use it anymore because Omega took it in the face after 40 minutes and still kept going. Sorry, that spot's dead now. It's gone. Second thing. AJ, let's say you and I are in a wrestling match. Your finisher's the flying bum tackle, right?
As it would be.
And it's known as a devastating. No one fucking kicks out of this finisher.
Well, if you've seen what I'm...
He's referring to the owner of the finisher. For everybody listening, he's referring to the one-winged angel. Go ahead.
If you've seen the caboose I'm packing, then you would agree with that.
See, there you go. Now, in history, only one man has kicked out of this finisher, and he just lost to a guy with one arm earlier. So So, we're going in an Iron Man match. Near falls up and down up to this point. At 40 minutes, I hit you with your own flying bum tackle. And you kick it 1 after getting hit in the face with a screwdriver.
I mean, you haven't perfected my flying bum tackle.
Your caboose isn't as big.
So here, you don't know my caboose then, Primo.
I mean, that's
all I'm
true.
saying, and you know what I'm saying here. And if you're really, truly objective about this, and you put aside that it's Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, that is absurd. It buries your finisher. It buries a weapon spot. Those two things right there keep this from being an instant classic. It is absurd. And if you are objectively looking at this, you cannot help but agree. I would love to hear the rebuttal to this.
Okay, so go ahead.
My rebuttal is a simple...
Flying bum tackle?
Is a simple... Fuck that, it was a great match.
Yeah.
That's all I can really say.
I'll second that.
I was so entertained. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't put too much thought into it. Oh, Michael's gone. He had enough.
Anyway,
yeah. Okay, so that match was just fucking amazing, man. It told a story to me, and plus I know the history between Ospreay and Omega. Ospreay has been trying to climb that hill for quite a while and could never, beat Omega in the big matches, when it mattered the most, all that kind of stuff. So, this was to me was like the, kind of coming out of Will finally getting over that mountain, finally conquering Omega, finally getting the I always call it is it called the US Japan?
No, it's the IWG United States Championship.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah. So
trying to find a way to come back on the camera might would be like a skew.
so this was Ospreay finally, coming back over that, over that mountain. Now let's go back to what Michael's talking about. So Michael was referring to Will doing the one-winged angel on Kenny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kenny had the screwdriver spot right before that. Kenny popping out on one. Okay, what that says to me is that's Kenny's move only. He's the only one that perfects it, that can do it the best. You know what I mean? Stone Cold did the stern. I mean, breathe heavy if you want to, sigh if you want to. I think you're looking a little too much into this one. I think this tells more of a story of Kenny saying, oh, nobody does my move on me. It only works on me. Yes, you're probably like, oh, that sucks. I don't believe that. But we're suspending our disbelief here, Michael. This is what we do for fucking wrestling. I think you need to do that just a little bit more instead of kind of diving in a little more on the story. What's going on. This match was fucking amazing. Probably a 9 on a 10 scale, if you ask me. Plus, you missed this part, but Will Ospreay and Omega, they had history. Will constantly trying to beat Omega always coming out on top. We're always getting the better edge of him. We had a lot of that going into it. Maybe, they didn't, look into that, as much, but, that's where I kind of seen, this, kind of chapter of their story, when he popped out on one, I'm like, oh, nobody does the one-winged angel on Kenny. Only Kenny can do that. That was the way I looked at it.
Did I say it was a bad match?
That was my version. No, you didn't say it was a bad match.
No, I did not. Did I say it was a perfect match?
No, you said it was a perfect
match. No, I did not. No. Did I say I liked the match?
You did. Except for those two things, right? Ain't that what you said?
Yeah. So you're also telling me, okay, no one hits Kenny Omega with a screwdriver in the face, and he's just totally immune to it. So you know what? You want to talk about suspending disbelief? This is the exact breaking of suspension of disbelief. And this is my fucking point.
Okay.
Why am I the only one who can see this? Why is no one else pointing out the Emperor's fucking naked? It was a good match. Yeah, even a great match. But if you're going to tell me those two fucking spots are acceptable Anyone else doing that shit, you would be burying it. If Demolition did that shit, you would bury it. Don't you dare try to tell me you would not if you didn't have such a hard-on for Kenny Omega.
Demolition were Road Warrior knockoffs, so that's why I would have got pissed if they did.
That doesn't matter, dude. That's why we removed the wrestlers from the situation, but you brought it right back.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Wrestlers.
Because I wanted to talk about it. Yeah, I did. I wanted to talk about it.
I want to hear what Primo has to say about this, to be perfectly honest.
No. I feel like we've said it as much. We won. No, I mean, I liked it. Honestly, I was surprised when he kicked out of the 1 Wicked Angel. I don't care about the screwdriver spot, just I just don't care. But the 1 Wicked Angel spot, I'm like, holy shit, he did kick out. Like, okay. But, and I kind of saw it as maybe, it's his thing. And maybe I thought that almost the same way as Deep, as far as it being his move. But at the end of the day, I like the overall match. That's really all I got about it. Y'all said everything else.
Okay, so let me ask you one more question here then. And this is a serious question.
Serious.
Yeah. Again, we're going to remove wrestlers from this. I'm not going to include personalities in this. I just want you to give me your objective thought about this. You're an NWA guy, right? You love territory old school wrestling. When Jake Roberts hit that DDT, what did you think?
Who?
Jake Roberts. When he hit that DDT,
it's done.
What did you
it's
think?
Over.
Done. We're done here.
Right.
How do you feel now about everyone taking a billion finishers to be beaten anymore, no matter what the circumstance? If someone had to take 3 DDTs, everyone kicks out of everything in AEW, and this is an indicative problem on full display. Everyone kicks out of everything.
Everyone kicks out of everything in every.
Yeah, it's kind of the way wrestling is now. Like, I mean, whether you like it or not, that's just the way these matches are. But I'm not going to shit on it and not enjoy it because it's not what I, not used to or loved or, trust me, I wish everybody wrestled like the Boogie Woogie Man and Pistol Pez Watley. Like, that's what I grew up on loving, in Midnight, rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like all that, all that stuff. But it's just not,
And you hit the nail on the head, and I'm glad you said it. AJ, you said it perfectly. This is the same shit with a different label. When AEW first started, what was the promise Tony Khan made? We're going to be a different product. We're going to be wrestling. We're going to do X, Y, and Z different. And then they just became WWE Junior.
Do you hate wrestling, Michael?
I love wrestling, and here's the problem. Here's the thing that a lot of people
you got 30 seconds,
about
and
me.
then we're moving on.
All right, here's the thing people don't fucking get about me, dude. I fucking love professional wrestling, but I refuse to accept bullshit as good. I'm sorry, that's what it's become. The product
you have
is
like 12 more seconds.
Bullshit now. So there you go.
I
love this sport. I love professional wrestling.
You want them to stand there and headlock the whole match?
I would like to see them not do those 2 spots. And then, we can talk about a 9 out of 10. You're telling me that match was damn near perfect? Fuck off. It was not.
It was to me.
I'm sure it was. And it's just like every other 9-star out of 5 match they've ever fucking had. I'm sure you thought that too.
I mean, as far as like entertainment value go, I can't.
Everybody likes different things. I wish they would have just stood there and headlocked all night and made you happy, but they got to do something.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Moving on.
Excellent.
We move on.
Excellent straw man, because you have no other fucking defense for what I'm saying. Good job.
Move on, everyone.
All right,
Next
so match. I want to talk about too, like the pop that Red Shoes got in Toronto.
Red Shoes.
Yeah, like I've never seen a referee get more like just over. Just you know what I mean? Like the Okada, I think was it Tanahashi's match where they kind of kept stopping. And I think it was Tanahashi's match.
Yeah,
kind of kept stopping, like, hey, yeah, go ahead, and he would just kind of like put his hand up and wave, and they would just like go berserko, man. So I thought that was funny. A couple of notes from that night. You guys got anything else for Forbidden Door? I thought it was awesome. I think it was probably like A-, B+ range for Forbidden Door. I think it was better than last year's, for sure. What'd you guys think on a grade scale?
It was definitely better than last year's.
Which is weird because I loved last year's too. I would say it's an A- overall.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thoroughly entertained, except for the Bryan Danielson and Okada match, because obviously that was a little disappointing because of the injury. But apart from that, I was thoroughly entertained from top to bottom.
Sure. What's your grade on it, Michael?
Needs more headlock is my grade. Are we not going to talk about the Jungle Boy thing where he was like holding himself in a ball?
Oh my god!
Are we just going to ignore that bullshit? He was holding himself in a ball.
Oh.
Just
so, as you predicted, we'll talk about this. It looks like he's turning heel.
Yeah.
You know, he's starting to rip on the crowd, tell everybody to shut up, all that kind of stuff. I think Dynamite was. No, maybe it was Collision. Anyway, he had a mic on one of the shows, last few shows, and you think he's...
It was Dynamite, and he looked like he came out in Christian's jacket.
Yep.
Yeah, he like his dad's 90210 bomber jacket. Yeah. But would he cut the hair? Would he go bald or cut the hair? That's what I'm saying.
He needs to go like 2002 Christian, cut the hair off. That's when Christian first won the IC title. When he went heel, cut his hair off. So yeah, do that, become full heel, solidify himself as a heel, completely different character, right? He needs to drop the Jungle Boy name, just go by Jack Perry.
Jack Perry, yes. Change the music, yes, because the music is I've always
change the music. Yeah, I like how he's like making fun of the crowd now, though.
Right?
That's good.
Have Christian speak for him. He is fucking trash on the mic. Like, have Christian work with him to get him up to speed on how to do heel promos. But yeah, I completely agree with people. Cut the fucking hair, drop the Jungle Boy, and just like, oh my god, he's a clown. He's a clown. He looks like a clown.
Right. And plus, I think he needs to like kind of turn heel and get nasty for all of us to take him a little bit more seriously. But just a little bit. Not seriously, just a little bit more.
Just slightly.
Look at the last couple of matches he's had. It was a Roosh and then Forbidden Door where he just looked like a jobber geek. Roosh beat the piss out of him.
Yeah. I feel like they've been throwing him in there with like guys that are like just outclassing him. Like, I don't know if that's by design, maybe to.
Yeah, maybe it is.
You know.
I mean,
for the most part.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't like how they just tried to. Okay, he's going to be edgy now. Give him some sunglasses and a jacket. Now he's edgy. It's like that's silly. Like, do more than
he's
that.
Poochie.
He is.
I mean, I was surprised.
They're poochifying him.
I mean, I was surprised that he was facing the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
Did you hear the interview he gave before that match?
No.
He was like, I don't even know who this guy is, referring to Jungle Boy. Like, I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know why they're putting me against him.
Great.
Right.
He literally tied him up into a ball and just like was laughing at him.
Oh, poor Jack Perry.
Yeah, I'll say this too. I think since Collision has came on, that's been kind of the best show, man. Because they got like Amiro over there, Alistair, Andrade. Like those are like my three like main hard hitters that I like.
And they got some bangers there for sure.
I'm
one last thing about Jungle Boy. I want to say when Hook claps back at him, right? I don't want this to be over the stupid FTW title.
Oh God,
that would lose my interest that quick.
You know what they're gonna do, don't you? Yeah, like you know what they're gonna do.
You just jinxed it.
You've seen enough of Tony Khan's product. You know what's gonna happen. He's only got 3 moves: tables, swerves, and heel turns. That's all he's got.
Swerves.
He's a limited booker.
But yeah, no, with you, Dirty. There's a lot of people on Collision I'm enjoying. CM Punk, Samoa Joe.
You even want to talk about the Jay White and Juice Robinson match at the very opening Collision? You want to talk about that? That match was incredibly good.
And then the Guns joining.
Yeah.
And then what show was it where Juice and Jay they beat FTR the other night? Was that on Collision?
I think that was Collision, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now they're the number 1 contenders, and
Juice and Jay are a great goddamn tag team. That's your fucking heel tag team for that division. That whole show right there. They are so good.
Rock hard, Juice Robinson.
It's just a matter of time for Jay's got to be champ at some point.
There's no way he's not.
Right.
It's gonna be a while.
Well, I'm enjoying this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that the only thing about them is, which I love them. Don't get me wrong, but the Bullet Club Gold thing, it kind of makes me feel like they're like the Bullet Club B team.
Yeah,
They're calling themselves the Bang Bang Gang, kind of more than the Bullet Club.
The Bullet Club is firmly in NWO 2000 territory. It's like, okay, we get it, guys. It's like it's fuck on.
It's lost all of its like mystique and appeal.
They've literally been in every promotion now.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Virgils do we need to add to this Bullet Club before no one gives a shit?
All the Virgils. More Virgils.
So many Virgils. Just more Virgils. Get more of them in there.
All right, so a couple notes for AEW. I'm really enjoying this Owen Hart tournament. I think the right move is to put Starks over Punk. If Punk wins it, I'm going to be a little pissed because I kind of feel like
annoying.
Baby Boy is getting what he wants already. So I think the right move is to put
that's
over.
what will annoy.
Right, yeah, I'll be annoyed too if Punk wins because there's a little
too.
chance to kind of make Ricky a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
I honestly think Punk's going to put Starks over. Like I
really hope
that's
so.
gonna happen.
That'd be cool.
By no account from anyone in the locker rooms is Punk a selfish wrestler. Like he's been to the show and back. Like he had to become champion to fucking draw people into the company and to make MJF and like feud mean something. Like I think Punk wants to put. I think Punk is going to put Starks over. It's not like he's going against Jericho. Like,
right?
Yeah. What about MJF and?
The little friend thing. It's a little.
I think. Well, it's obviously fake.
Yeah.
It's so fake. It's funny to me.
Yeah.
Here's a real question for you. Is anyone else kind of concerned about Adam Cole?
Like physically?
You mean as a person or like as his place in the company?
No. Like as like physically, he keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And if he's like sick or something, I don't want to dump on the guy. But at the same time, though, it's like, God damn, man, what the fuck happened to you? Like,
I haven't really noticed. I thought he was a little slim when he first came back, but I haven't really thought he was.
Not on that WWE bulk program.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
he does need to put on some muscle mass, though.
You know how Mr. Wonderful's right arm got atrophied?
Yeah, so it shrank and shrank.
Yeah, Adam Cole's entire body looks like that.
I mean, you're wrong.
And don't get me wrong, I don't want him to be sick or injured, but it's like I'm worried about you, man.
Yeah, he's such a as a king, he's such a sweet person too. So I hope he is fine. But
I know he's such a good dude.
All right, the AEW Fight Forever video game. Any of you guys played it yet?
Not yet. It's on my list though.
No, they freaking pulled back being on Game Pass, motherfuckers.
Wait, did they really?
Yes. Otherwise, I would have already played it.
Well, maybe you should get a PS5 like a civilized gentleman.
I have a PS5. I have every console. I just don't want to buy it.
All right, so AEW just announced that obviously again they can't stay away from Chicago. September 3rd, they're going to have All Out at the United Center again. It's funny, man. It's like when AEW comes down to town, they run the Wintrust Arena and the United Center, and then WWE only runs Allstate, the old Rosemont.
Yeah, the Rosemont.
Like, you stay out of our venue, and we'll stay out of yours.
Yeah, you stay on that side of town, right. We'll stay on this side of town.
All right. Any other notes for AEW before we go to WWE? Scorpio Sky came back.
Miro.
See that? Definitely.
Scorpio
Wait,
Sky.
What was that?
Needs
he came
more
back
Miro?
the other night.
Needs more Miro.
He's got like this strobe light.
Redeemer.
He does now. God's favorite champion.
God's favorite champion. We need more Miro.
WWE boys. We kind of talked about this briefly earlier. So, there's a lot of guys from what we call the main roster coming down to NXT. Baron Corbin, Mustafa Ali, whoever else I'm missing. That looks like it's at first. I thought it may be kind of like a shot for ratings, but kind of looks like more like Dana Brooke staying down there, which that could help her out a lot. But
okay,
yeah,
yeah, it seems like that's going to be a little more of a thing. But I feel like SmackDown has been
smacking
really
it
awesome
down,
lately.
baby.
Yeah, but definitely the best show of the two.
You know what I've been appreciating about
What?
Like I really have been appreciating is that every single week for the past month, I haven't had to wait for the Bloodline segment. It's always been the opener.
Yeah,
I do like that too.
Yeah, and then last week or Friday they bookended. It was the beginning and the end. You know,
Yeah.
I mean it's the biggest story in.
I mean, that's what they used to
obviously.
do in the Attitude Era. They would bookend their shows, and that's how you keep people hooked through an entire episode.
Because I don't like when they're obviously trying to make me sit there for 3 hours raw and wait until they're like, oh wait, Cody's gonna be here in 30 minutes. Oh, he's up next. Oh, back to the commercial. Oh, he's gonna be up next. Sit right there. Like that shit's annoying as hell to me.
Yeah. Speaking of that, though, I meant to tell you guys this earlier. That's another thing I like about Collision. They open up with promos. You know, it's like Samoa Joe.
Oh, that old school
Tonight
promo.
on Collision, CM Punk, I'm going to take you down. You never beat me, and then they flip over to the next match. And
Oh,
it's like
the 80s
Saturday
style.
night's main event style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that a lot. But
I like that too.
yeah, yeah. I feel like SmackDown has been really good to watch lately. Bloodline has been awesome to watch. LA Knight is getting over.
Yeah,
We've been
getting
talking about
over.
it, obviously.
that boy's on fire.
I was a big fan. I wrote this down because I thought it was an awesome match. You guys see Sheamus and Solo Sikoa wrestled. You know,
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. The
That
crowd
was a
nuts
great
for
match,
Sheamus.
man. Yeah, that was good, man. So let's talk about Dominic too, man. You think like that heat that he's getting from the crowd, like, you know, is it just fun? Is it like the cool thing to do to boo Dom? Do you think this is real heat?
Yes.
No, I don't
no,
think it's.
It's literally like each town being like, how loud can we drown out the thing? Like, how loud can we boo? And I love it, to be honest.
See, I love it, but I don't think it's real heat at all.
I think
the audience will get bored.
Yeah.
You know what is oddly starting to. I still like it, but I feel like there is a limit, and that is to Seth Rollins' song.
Yeah, I think that's gonna.
I like when they sing it, but sometimes I want the crowd to shut the fuck up.
Yep, me too. I was like, okay, like and like I love the fact, like, I mean, we'll get back to Dom in a second, but the thing with Seth Rollins is he did that. That was 100% planned. He's like, okay, I just want someone where the crowd can chant along, and they're like, all right, here you go. So, like, that was intentional. It was basically like, hey, watch what I can get the crowd to do. Like, doing basically nothing except changing my music.
Do you like the fact that essentially WWE thinks their fans are just dumb trained seals?
I mean, by and large, we are dumb trained seals.
Maybe you are. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, yay, he did the thing, yay!
I mean, I can't argue against that because you're probably right.
I'm with Primo. Shut the fuck up. Like, can we move on, please, from
like
this
it's
chanting
cool
and singing?
I do still like it, and he obviously he's super just freaking over.
Doing it too much.
It's and also during the promos, that's kind of annoying. It's becoming the new what chant. So
yeah.
Oh, God. He stood there at Money in the Bank for like a goddamn minute and a half, just like.
Well, remember when?
Fucking Christ! I hate wrestling fans. Love wrestling, hate wrestling fans.
It was a couple of weeks ago or like a month ago or something, where he just came out, like they did his fucking chant, and then he just left. They were like, all right, okay, get out there and make him do your chant, and then walk off. Like, what was the point of that? Because
he's Joaquin Phoenix Joker. That's what he does. That's what his character is. He causes chaos and gets people to chant while he dances like he's going down the stairs, and then he leaves. That's what he does.
All right, so Money in the Bank, boys. Let's talk about that. I'm not going to go over each match. We're just basically going to talk about whatever you want to talk about on that pay-per-view. But girls winner, Io Sky. Guys winner, Damian Priest. How'd you guys feel about the winners?
2 monster thumbs up for both of them. Loved it. I loved both outcomes.
Yeah. I'm fine with both of those. I mean, obviously, I wanted LA Knight to win, but Damian was my second pick, so I'm cool with that.
I loved it. See, I didn't. If LA Knight would have won, I would have been happy. But Damian, yeah,
I do think Damian
it makes more sense.
Is next in line for like a run.
Yeah, and I think he should be too. Yeah,
is he going to cash in on Finn?
No,
that'd be great.
Judgment Day gets broke up.
That's gonna happen. Like they've
already planted the seed. Yeah, they've already planted the seeds. Yeah. I think the whole Judgment Day is just going to break up because Priest is going to get a belt. Rhea's got the belt. Rhea's going to take Dom, and then they're going to look at Finn and like, well, what the fuck do you bring to the table?
Yeah, what do we need you for? And they're right. Like Finn's not doing much for Judgment Day. I know. I love him so much.
How about that? Punishment Martinez won the Money in the Bank.
Pretty sick.
I know, it's so awesome.
Wearing like in his new top is a cane top, by the way.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it is.
It looks like it is. Yeah. You look at it, it's just like a blacked out cane top.
All right, my next question is: do you guys think these two will have successful cash-ins?
Damian.
Yes, on Damian. Same. Okay.
I'm going the other way. No on EO.
Really?
I mean, yes on EO, no on Damian.
Well, I don't.
We need a
WWE
first cash in on the heavyweight championship.
Right. I don't think WWE wants anyone to be women's champ except for Bianca Belair, Charlotte, or Rhea Ripley. I think those are the only three that they're like, okay, you are the only three acceptable champions right now. Anyone else?
I definitely feel right now Asuka is just holding the belt.
Yeah, me too. And I'm so disappointed.
Keeping it warm for Charlotte or whoever else, maybe Bianca.
Bianca's going to win it back and then keep it for another year. God, I hate her so much. I do. I can't stand Bianca Belair.
You know what I am happy about, though? Nothing made me happier than when Shayna blasted Ronda in the back of the head.
Yeah, I thought of you when that happened. I was like, that Primo's just fucking jerking off during this.
Yeah, it was pretty. Well, easy there. No, but it was cool.
Yeah. If anyone listening wants to remember, Primo and I have been on the Shayna Baszler wagon for like a year and a half.
Quite some time.
Right. I did love her promo too. That was pretty good. You wouldn't be here without me.
She's good.
Yes, that was awesome. She came out there and just shit on Ronda.
Right.
She's good. She's a great fucking wrestler. Why is no one else?
And 10 times out of 10, us fans that care about like Shayna aren't gonna give a damn about Ronda. Or we're like, yeah, kill her some more.
Ronda's going away soon too, so she's putting Shayna over on the way out.
Yeah, exactly. And that could have been, all in the works, but obviously, who better put over before you leave than your best friend? So
also the person they proclaim to be the baddest woman on the planet. Like, I seriously want main event Shayna Baszler. She's a fucking phenomenal heel. She's got every tool in the box. She's got a badass look. She could legitimately tear your fucking leg off you. Like, she can cut a promo. She's a great fucking wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board. I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with this.
So what do you guys let's talk about Bloodline here before we start predicting what the SummerSlam card is going to be. What do you guys think about how the Bloodline things kind of all unfolding with Roman kind of doing the old crotch,
the old nut,
the old like nut crotch move up
the old bicep to the junk,
right? Yeah, with Roman acting like he was anointing Jay as the tribal chief kind of deal, and how you guys like how this storyline's going?
It's not how I thought that was going to go, to be honest. I thought that Jay was gonna like take it and just hand it to Solo.
Yeah,
but that's not what happened clearly. And I want to I want to rewind just a bit to the tag team match that they had whenever Jay low blowed Roman with the fucking kick out. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Yeah, so Roman covered Jay, but he like straddled his arm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay kicked out and just that was great. So anyway, fast forward to this. Yeah, it's going great. I like that how it's going to be going moving forward.
I don't think I want Jay as champion or nothing, but I like this little angle that they're doing right now with it. So.
No, I don't see that happening. But no. I mean,
I love the fact that Roman put Jay over, clean, squeaky clean, middle of the ring. I fucking love that. That was fantastic.
First person to pin Roman roster
since
and then that's cool.
How about Grayson Waller's first match with on SmackDown was against Edge on Friday?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I like that Edge just came out. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm wrestling tonight."
This is me. Here I am.
Yeah, I always feel like
does not care anymore.
Right. I always feel like Edge finds the most ways he can to do his entrance. That fucker loves to do his entrance. I think more than wrestling, probably.
I mean, I would.
I can do it
especially at this point.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah. All right, so they announced once again WWE's giving Chicago Survivor Series. Yawn. We've had that one here for quite a while and a lot. But August 5th is the next WWE PLE, as they're calling it now. SummerSlam is going to be in Detroit. We think some matches are going to be there. We just got done talking about it. Got to be Ronda Shayna as one, right? Probably.
Yeah.
On the way out.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah. Definitely. And I'm thinking Roman J.
Yep.
Yeah. Roman J.
Becky, Trish.
Asuka, Charlotte, Becky, Trish.
Yep.
Or like a three-way. Bianca.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bianca angle. Yeah. There you go. That's a good idea.
Could be a triple threat.
Cena came out. Yeah.
Cena versus Walla.
Man.
For some reason, I'm thinking they're going to do a Logan Paul Ricochet match.
Yeah, they've been building that one up for a bit. Who can kill the other one first? Like,
yeah, it's just going to be
the crazier spot.
Crazy spot match.
Right.
Yeah, we were just talking about fucking D'Lo Brown too, and they're doing all this crazy, stupid shit for no fucking reason. It's like, they don't learn. They don't fucking learn. But okay,
dude. Well, I mean, they almost honestly, hats off to Ricochet at Money in the Bank because they almost really botched a move, and he just grabbed Logan Paul and said, "Let's go."
Right. Yeah, I think he saved Logan Paul's life. Like, I'm pretty sure that.
Oh, don't get me wrong. That move was still botched. It just wasn't as botched as bad as it could have been.
Right.
As it was on the way to be.
Wasn't as botched as the Tiger Driver 91 or whatever he calls it.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh, dude, when that happened, I was like,
Someone told me, okay, I'm gonna give you a Tiger Driver. Like, the fuck you will.
Right.
Oh no,
he's gonna let go of you and drop you on your head.
Right,
I will headbutt you in the dick. Fuck you, Will Ospreay.
Let's answer this, and we'll leave WWE. Who does Gunther wrestle with?
I was just gonna ask that.
I mean,
McIntyre.
Drew.
Again.
Yeah. Drew
Again.
That's right. He just came back.
And I bet Drew.
Just gonna rotate those people.
No,
and,
I don't think.
Oh, by the way, are we just continuing to have the burial of Karrion Kross?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Is he still there?
He's mid card
just
anomaly.
Lost to AJ.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he's the guy.
Which of course he lost to AJ. AJ's AJ, but still.
I am me. This is true.
You are you.
Karrion Kross is just done. He's fucking done. Like,
throw him in the Shinsuke pile because
those are the wasted potential pile.
Yep.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to throw Finn in that pile yet, but
how is poor Finn not in that pile? He's got nowhere to go. He's in no man's
I mean, don't get me wrong. He probably is. I just refuse to put him in that pile.
He's just in the main event, but he's not winning anything.
No, he's around.
He's the jobber to the stars position right now. He's the Kane of his modern time.
All right, so next month's pod, we'll talk about what happened at SummerSlam. Let's talk a couple notes on Impact, boys. We haven't had the chance to talk about it. Almost former guest of the pod, Alex Shelley, is the Impact Wrestling Champion.
I couldn't believe that. I saw that.
Crazy.
Fucking awesome.
I was like, damn it. Why didn't
the guns are back on?
I'm in your inbox, Alex. But anyway, No, that was cool. I thought I was pretty hyped about it, and what more is there to say? Now Saban and Shelley have both won it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Chris Sabin won it. That's
And
awesome.
Saban has the X Division championship.
Let's say Seth
Yeah.
on
So
Saban only had the X one.
He can do well. In the past, he was the first person to do option C.
Yeah.
Or was that
Option
was
C.
that Austin Aries? No, it was him.
Or was it
Yeah.
Homicide?
Was
Was
Austin
it-
Aries there
was it
long
Petey
enough
Williams?
to do it?
P.D. Williams. Oh yeah, it was P.D. Williams.
Oh, little Petey Pump.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
Saban, that'd be kind of crazy. Do option C against Shelley.
Ooh, oh,
Hell yeah. I would watch
Mm.
that for years.
I mean, that'd be a really good match.
He's about to
Fucking
do a
awesome.
little feud with Alex Shelley being with Aldis, which I kind of thought they would wait a little bit on that. So, but yeah. So let's talk about this too. I didn't see for how long or for how much money. I didn't know if they put out there, but Moose and Impact Wrestling put out that they had signed Moose, and he is now has the longest contract ever for an Impact wrestler. It's kind of,
I think
Really?
they gave Moose all the money that they had.
probably did, yeah.
Like, now
All
that they have no
$30
money.
going to Moose.
Right. Slammiversary, that's what's coming
hot
up.
dog and a handshake.
Slammiversary's coming up. That's what the next pay-per-view.
I want a hot dog and a handshake.
be on it. So
Or you just
I'll just
handshake
take
your
the hot dog.
it's true.
Whacking off.
All right, boys, let's talk about a few notes on the indies here. AJ and I have Iron Spirit Pro coming up here July 22nd. It's going to be at the Station
Yes.
Saloon in Bloomington, Illinois. We just, this is kind of like our biggest, last year it was our biggest show of the year. It's definitely
Yeah.
our biggest show of the summer for sure. Just announced today, Brew Baker and CJ Esparza, the champion, are going to go at it one more time. Falls Count
Rematch.
Anywhere. Yep. Brubaker's finally getting his rematch, so we'll see how that one goes. Also, the co-main is going to be Kenway versus Orion Starlight, 2 out of 3 falls, which is going to be pretty awesome. 815 is going to be there. Gunner and Sean, they're going to be doing an open challenge. So that's going to be kind of fun to see those guys. So if you're around the Bloomington area, July 22nd, come on out to Iron Spirit Pro. We got an open bar. We got shaved ice for all the kiddies.
Shaved
It's
ice.
really hot.
Wait.
So
Wait. It's not an open bar. It's a bar.
oh, did I say open bar? Oh,
Yeah,
my bad.
it's
No,
a-
it's not open bar.
Wait, open
Yeah.
bar, hot dogs, and shaved ice? I'm fucking there.
Right.
Maybe a handshake.
Sounds like a fantastic time.
You can
Yeah.
keep the handshake. Just give me the shaved ice and the hot dog.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Dreamwave too, man. Since I've seen you guys, we've had one show, I believe, and that was real cool. But the one I want to talk about coming up here, it was August the 4th and the 5th. There's 2 days, 2 different shows going on. They're bringing in all kinds of people. One particular girl that's very popular, very famous on this show is going to be there.
There.
It's
Yes.
amazing.
Mickey James is
That's
going to
so
be
cool.
there. Nick Aldis is coming. Ultimo Dragon's going to be there. Alex Shelley. Matt Cardona
such a
is coming in.
card.
Right.
What
He's
the
coming
fuck?
in to challenge Christian Rose for the Dreamwave title. Yeah, it's going to be amazing, man. Probably the biggest 2 days of wrestling I've been a part of, independent-wise, as well. So look for that. Masha Slamovich is coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about Masha?
Yeah, Vikingo is coming back. We've seen him wrestle there a couple times, and but I want to rewind real quick back to let's see, man, this seems like so long ago now, but just I guess a month ago now, I did a show for Dreamwave, and I actually got to ring announce the whole show. I did it one other time for Dreamwave before, so I was stepping in to do the show. Super honored, super cool. Ended up being a really cool night for me. I got to meet Earl Hebner. I got to meet the Nasty Boys. Brooklyn Brawler was there. But I had a really particular fun and interesting night with Scotty Too Hottie. You guys remember Scotty Too Hottie from the 90s
oh, yeah.
era?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course, right? So everybody knows Scotty Too Hottie. So, so I'm talking to him before the show, as I do every wrestler. Do you want to say something, Primo?
No, that was his old thing. He was
him
and Too Cool.
Right. All right, so I'm
him and
talking to
Grandmaster
him,
Sexay.
talking to him before the show. You know, he's really awesome guy. You know, we talked a lot of just about, you know, just wrestling in general. You know, I thanked him for, you know, entertaining me, making me laugh every time he did the worm. You know, he was like, hey man, you know, I'm just a kid from Westbrook, Maine that grew up watching it just like everybody else. And, you know, I don't know if I'll ever stop, you know, kind of deal. So that was cool, right? Okay. So, I talked to him, figured out how he wanted to be introduced, as I do, you know, all the wrestlers on the card. So we had no planned spot together during this segment at all. As far as I knew, Scotty was gonna get the win, and then you know, he was gonna dance to the back, and you know, we're on to the next match, right? Okay, so the match gets over. He beats Florida Man, aka mine and AJ's buddy Bailey Bright.
Fucking yeah.
So he goes over, obviously, you know, he does the worm, gets the win, right? You know, and he kind of dances around a little bit, and then he's looking around for, you know, doing the mic, you know, So I'm standing close to the ring, so, you know, so I go up and I go to hand him the mic. He looks, and this time he goes, nah, get in the ring. I'm like, oh shit. Right? So I get in the ring. I'm nervous, you know, and like, so he comes up to me, grabs the mic, he puts his hand on my shoulder. If you ever watch the stream, it's all on the stream. You'll see it. It's over in the corner. He leans into me, and what he says was, he goes, you want to have some fun? And I said, absolutely. He goes, can you dance? And I said, yes, I'll give it my absolute best shot. He goes, okay, cool. Slaps me on the shoulder. Goes in, LaSalle, you know, starts talking to the hometown crowd, getting into his promo, right? Just, you know, getting into his thing. Man, he's got this crowd eating out of the palm of his hand. Like, he's literally saying everything. They're just, ah.
Bro.
He mentions Rikishi's name. Ah. You know, he mentions dancing. Ah. You know, like everything, right? Like, you know. And he does this funny little skit at the end of his promo where he says, you know, I regret to inform you that this will be my last match. You know, then he kind of pauses for a second. He goes, in my 40s, because tomorrow is my birthday. Everybody's like, ah, right, everything, right? So I'm like, okay, here we go. It's time to dance, right? We're going into the gimmick. So he turns around. The music starts playing. He comes over, gives me a high five, hands me the microphone, gets out of the ring.
Are you fucking serious?
I am dead serious, dude. Watch the
That is so funny.
Check it out, dude. Yeah, and so he gets out.
He had you sweating, bro.
I was already sweating. I was confused. I was befuddled. I was sad, but happy a little at the same time because, you know, I'm going to have to dance if he wants to dance. While he's talking the whole time, I'm thinking in my head, how did Rikishi and them used to do their dance thing? I'm trying to reload this info in my head. And it's just, you know what I mean? Like, oh, God, right? So, you know, so it was like all funny and confusing, you know, and everything. So he gets out of the ring, high fives me, you know, music's playing, and that was right before the main event. So we get into it. So after the show, he's doing some meet and greets and stuff. And, you know, I just kind of came up to him, talked to him. He grabs me and pulls me over there. He's like, hey, man, that was awesome, dude. He's like, that was one of the best promos I think I've ever cut since I've been back on the independent scene. And I was like, yeah, it was pretty good, man. I was like, dude, I thought we were going to dance, man. I thought we were going to dance. And he goes, oh, man, you're right. Because we were going to dance. And I was like, and he goes, man, I'm sorry. That promo was going so good. Like, I just, you know, I didn't think I could like kind of do any better, you know? And so we're just kind of laughing, you know. I'm like, oh man, don't worry about it. It's kind of fun or whatever. And I just look at him. I'm like, rain check. He goes, yes.
Fucking awesome. He forgot.
Right.
That's so funny.
Right. Oh man. That's funny stuff, man.
That's the best Scotty 2 Hottie thing ever. Like, he's such a lovely guy in real. Not that I've ever met him before, but every story I've ever read or heard.
Well, what a fucking showman! Like, he's got the crowd eating out of the palm of his hand. He's like, "Nope, audible. We're going with this."
Yeah, he's like, "Well, see you later."
And like, I kind of forgot like some of the other little things that he used to do, like when he'd like go to act like he's going to take his hat off and then stop, and then like he's going to take it off, and every time the crowd's going, oh, you know what I mean? Like, crowd participation. Not to mention when he came out of the curtain, right through the crowd, like he's stepping on chairs and heads walking to the ring. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
stepping on heads.
Showman.
So yeah, so
entertainer.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. Yeah, it was like I've never been so happy, disappointed, relieved, and sad at the same time. Like there were so many things going on there.
Now you can go back and watch the dance just in case.
Right? Yeah.
You can watch Dirty shitting himself for 3 minutes while the promo's going on, then be like, oh.
The next time I see Scotty's booked, I'm learning that dance, and when I see him, I'm like, it's time for a rain check, brother.
I got it. Yep.
Yeah, it will probably be better the second time than it would the first. It's not going to be good. I'm going to tell you that, but
it's going to be highly entertaining.
I have this vision of you like wearing a tearaway suit with like a leotard and leg warmers on underneath it. So you're like, I got this.
Someone needs to make this happen.
Ooh, don't put that.
Make a tearaway suit.
How tall is he? Like 6'1"?
Yeah, he wasn't taller than me. Yeah, he wasn't taller than me.
Right.
Pretty close.
Yeah, but you're like a giant, so it doesn't matter. Like you're a bad like metric to judge. You're like 6'7".
Then
everyone is 6'7" to me. I'm small.
Right after that,
yeah, same.
Right after that too, I wanted to say this. If I could just be grateful for a second.
I guess.
So, like, since I've been doing this, like ring announcing, like, I've kind of just always been like, boom, 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 like, like make sure I get this stuff right, make sure this. Well, I had a little bit of a realization moment, okay, because I'm in the ring, a country boy from North Carolina, right, ring announcing for the Triple A Mega Champion. Mexico is in the ring with Arez, who's the other one? Ray Horace. And I'm thinking like those three are in the ring, and then I introduce Vikingo, and then like I'm out of the ring before Vikingo gets in there usually, but he kind of ran up and got in the ring, and I just kind of looked around for a second like, holy shit. Like, this was a little crazy. And then the funny part, I got ribbed a little bit. AJ, you'll think this is funny. Okay,
yes.
So y'all know how Christian Rose has a ton of nicknames, right?
All the nicknames.
So so I was excited. I'm like, all right, cool, man. So I see Christian back in the locker room. I'm like, Christian, I'm like, all the nicknames, all of them. I'm saying all of them tonight, getting them all of them out. He's like, yeah, man, cool, let's do it. So he comes out, and it was a match with Vic and Bree. He comes out. I get about 3 of them out of my mouth. Vic comes from behind me and just smashes Christian with a trash can. Boom! Right? Like, and they didn't tell me about any of this. I didn't know that was coming. I didn't know it was a hot start. Usually they'll say, hey, hot start, like, get out of there, or, like, peel, Boom! I'm like, and then it was on. And like, so after that, it was kind of funny because I told him, I was like, yo, man, it's like, trying to get my fucking nickname, get all my damn nicknames out, man. He goes, yeah, we thought it'd kind of be funny if, we just not tell you, it'd be more organic that way. I was like, I just look over, I'm announcing you in the ring, and you're walking, and all of a sudden, like, the trash can just comes, smashes, so. But I'm having a ball, doing ring announcing, man. Honestly, like, I tell Jay this all the time, too, especially, Motor Dreamwaves, best job I ever had, man. Guy's so fun. Like it's awesome. I owe a lot to this podcast. I owe a lot to you guys for being able to land this position. Give me encouragement. So if I haven't said thank you because it's a little crazy. Last time I was talking about a story with Jimmy Hart, like this shit wouldn't happen if I haven't. This happened. So thank you to whoever needs to hear this. Thank you to Dylan, listeners of the pod, AJ, of course.
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
right, me.
AJ was the first guy to tell me to go for it and tell me I was
Goddamn
actually
right.
because I think AJ was the first one to actually hear me do it because I've been doing it for about a year now.
Yeah.
isn't that
Why
crazy?
you putting me off, Michael? 2 of them?
Yeah.
So I'm sick of carrying your ass and you're getting all the awards.
Yeah, so I stepped in at the baseball show, and then AJ was like, and so Dylan's been encouraging me. Thank you, sir. Tori, make sure my tie is up to par before I go out amongst the crowd. So thank you, Tori, for helping me out constantly. Always make her check that my tie isn't showing. So thank you so much. But yeah, man, just I'm fucking having a blast, man. So I just want to say thank you there and just kind of put that out there. So let's flip the script though, man. It's July. Primo's got a birthday coming up here soon. So I want to make sure I get the happy birthdays out to Primo.
Old man Primo.
Thank you. Yeah, old man.
Happy birthday!
Whopping 19 years old. Yeah.
Primo,
No,
got
I
your
appreciate
gift.
it. Thank you.
I got your gift.
Okay. Oh, you get any more?
Yeah, we got one here too.
Oh, thank appreciate
It was
that.
buy one,
Yes.
get one, baby. Check it out.
That's right. Half off at Target. Yeah. Love it.
I would give you
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Thanks. Yep, I'll be 34 in a few weeks.
Get the fuck out of here. You are
so
not
old.
Wait, you really
You
don't think
guys
I'm
are
34?
old.
Yeah.
No, man.
Shut up, AJ. You're old. You're old, and I think you're like an inch shorter than me.
We've had this discussion. We're like exactly the same.
Yeah, I know we are the same height. So it's like the tall.
Like your hair gives you like an extra like quarter inch.
Just go I just put my hair up, and then
All right, if
that's
we're
cheating,
counting
man.
that, then this little nubbin up here, look at that. That gives me an extra.
your ball cap nub.
Yeah. So we're back to even. So fuck you and your birthday.
Yeah. That's the best birthday shout out I could get. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you and your birthday.
Fuck you and fuck your birthday.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, we were just telling Primo to go fuck himself.
Oh,
On
happy
his
birthday
birthday.
to you.
Yeah. I love it.
AJ specifically told him this birthday can go fuck itself.
I did.
Yeah.
I did
Tell
say
your birthday to go fuck itself.
that. Go fuck itself.
I'd try, but it's inevitable. It's going to happen once every year. So.
Hope you have a good one. Eat lots of hot dogs.
And
gonna
get
be-
lots of
Get lots of handshakes.
and hot dog shakes.
Ooh. Handshakes.
And hot
yes.
hands.
Hand dogs.
Ooh.
Hot dog
Hand
milkshake.
dogs.
I need a full report on hand dog shakes. But I recommend
my wife might make me
BBC for that.
My wife might make me a bourbon tres leches cake.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Like a drunk
That
cake,
sounds
yeah.
good. Give.
You said fuck my birthday, AJ.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't need it. Fuck your birthday. You don't get that
Fuck your
cake.
birthday. I need cake. I'm looking skeletal here. Give me some cake.
Primo,
All right, you guys
why
got
you
anything
depriving
else?
the poor man of food?
Talk about
Nope,
in the
that's it,
wrestling
man.
World here.
That is
All right.
it.
Well,
See you
I guess
guys
it's-
in August.
Yeah, I guess it's about time to go home. We'll talk about SummerSlam and all that coming up. I'll update on you guys on the Dreamwave card coming up, how Iron Spirit Pro went. Good pot here, boys. Michael, did we argue enough
Yeah.
today? Did we get it in, I think?
I think so.
Could use
Where
more.
is my
We did.
Kurt Angle trophy?
We did.
I won the predictions. I want my goddamn Kurt Angle trophy.
Yeah, I didn't give you kudos for that. I actually had it written down. Yeah, Michael was the only one amongst us four that predicted both winners. So
Hey there, here I am, Michael. I am over at Primo's house.
Kurt,
Just
bring
chilling.
the cake with you.
I'm also a trophy from the Sit Down Marks podcast. There are two of us. That's
Fine. I'll just have to be
Thank
the
you.
trophy wife of the podcast.
There you go.
yeah. Got to be one of us.
All right, boys. Enjoy the rest of your July, and we'll see you guys all back here just a couple weeks, man. So
yeah, man.
Have a good one. Enjoy SummerSlam. Thanks for hanging out, man.
All right, adios.
Yeah.
You
Good to see you, boys.
all next time.
Later, gents.
AJ, take us home.
He's got a pill. Oh my god, I think my nose is bleeding.